depression, all this stuff that just made me feel alone. When I got pregnant and then married, I thought that all these things would change, but I ended up back on drugs and my husband ended up going to prison. I found myself homeless, literally, and emotionally, I had nowhere to belong.
So I grew up in a Christian home, fearing God, but never really having a relationship with Him. And being that was the case, I pursued a lot of vain pursuits like large house. I wanted to be the next R&B star. It actually wasn't until I had a seizure, maybe about 4 years ago, that I lost my house and my car. I lost everything. I lost my job and savings. And it was a really tough time. I didn't know how I was going to pull through.
In my life, I thought I had to handle everything on my own, and the only person I could lean on was myself. Eventually, my anxiety got so bad that I didn't want to leave my bed, and anxiety began to control my life. I was starting to lose myself.
My son was in an accident that left him paralyzed for 6 years before he lost his life. And my life began to unwind at that point. My marriage fell apart, married for 42 years. The church that I had attended had suggested that I not attend there anymore because of my divorce. So I, in essence, had lost my family. I lost my friends. I felt that sort of abandoned by God. I couldn't make the connection I always had.
Come now, as you are or as you want to be. Are you ready? Are you ready? Come now. Tired, broken, scared, just in need. Ready or not, it's alright, take your time. If nothing else, just come.
My husband started attending Celebrate Recovery in prison, and he encouraged me to attend Celebrate Recovery at church. My daughters and I both went, and the love and the connection that we felt was undeniable. I noticed my family growing stronger and more together, even though my husband was behind bars. I found a place to belong and people to do life with. With God's help, I exchanged a life of simply surviving to a life of really living.
I had lost my hope in what a church could ever do for me. And after some time, it was so lonely and helpless, I needed to do something. So I started visiting Cedar Creek because a friend had told me about the church. The people there made me feel so good, like I was welcome, and maybe I hadn't lost everything in my life. I found a new life in Christ, and all my hopelessness and loneliness began to leave. The exchange was I have new family and new friends, and I thank God for what He's doing, and I believe the best is yet to come.
Eventually, my anxiety got so bad that one day I sat in my car crying for about 20 minutes, and I started to pray and talk to God and gave Him everything, gave Him my anxieties, my fears, and my worries. And from that day forward, God replenished my life, and in exchange for my anxiety, I got God's love, and nothing is greater than that.
God wasn't done with me yet. He wasn't done with my story. It was when I met some really great friends that helped me get back on my feet. And it was when my daughter was born. I actually have 3 daughters now, but it was when my first daughter was born that it really changed my perspective and gave me some things that really changed my perspective on what mattered. And it was also when He led me the opportunity to come to a life-giving church such as Cedar Creek and become part of the arts team. The fact that I had a chance to be able to still pursue my music career, but in His name, and it's so much more now. And it's in that exchange that I was able to give up that anger and the resentment and the pain that I was feeling before, and being able to exchange that for life, the life that He's given me. It's just amazing. I mean, I really don't have words for how amazing it is.
Are you ready? Come now, bring your hopes and dreams down to stars. Are you ready? Are you ready? Come now. praise for what he's gonna do next. Are you ready? Are you ready or not? Come.